think the timeline really lies? Because we've heard so many things that have turned out to miss these timelines so far. Where do you think this timeline really lies to where you would get nervous if there wasn't something?
I mean, just click back on the red line.
It really lies because we've heard so
right now.
Just go back.
Where are you on that?
Yeah, keep going back. You don't have the snapshot
Okay.
already?
All right. I appreciate it. Thanks, Kylie. All right. Bye.
Podcast, it has to be played in real time. Her phone number, when she's being updated, has to be played in real time, because what we're doing here is we're building a case on these prosecutors, because there's a case out of the Supreme Court, Brady versus Maryland.
That's everything.
That's it. There we go. Sarah Sammy. Sarah Sammy.
On a day 2, day 3 quarterback. Let's find another linebacker.
Sarah Sammy is being updated in real time after Investigator Davis, who's not with the Children Forensic Unit, just talked to a minor. And she wants to stand in court and tell Judge Weimer, Your Honor, I have no idea. I don't know what my police officers are talking. I don't know what they're saying to the kids.
Right. Okay. On that note.
Well, before we end the podcast, I want to play one body cam. I mean, we're sitting here making a case that Casey finds is weaponizing the witnesses on the scene. If he's telling the main investigator that Mustafa, putting a label on Mustafa, he's not doing that with the witnesses. Well, I have a body cam that you have investigators who's telling witnesses.
Davis is telling Glenn Ford.
Absolutely.
He's weaponizing Glenn Ford, who says he's not a witness.
When he tells him Mustafa is guilty.
He's weaponizing him.
Yeah.
When specifically Glenn Ford tells him, I've never met Mustafa. I've never made contact with him. And I've never seen any of the allegations that are being put forward. Never seen it. And he still tells him, I need you. I need you, Glenn Ford. We need you.
I mean, they're
to get him off the street.
You know, I'll tell you, they're comfortable.
I mean, that makes you think. It makes you think, is this case about a car accident?
Who says you need to...
Or is this something much more sinister? Okay? Clearly, this is not about a car accident. You just want the man off the street. You want him behind bars for whatever reason. And, you know, like, I think it's... I want to say it's funny, but it's not really funny. That you're going to get to a point in this case where the prosecutor is just going to bring Mustafa to court and tell the judge, Your Honor, I don't have any evidence that this man committed the crime, but I believe he's not entitled to life. He does not deserve freedom. I don't know why. I don't have any evidence against him, but he should just be behind bars. Take my word for it.
I mean, what's coming out of this case is so disturbing.
That's what it's going to come down to.
I mean, take a step back and look at what they're doing in this case. They're telling you in Prince William County, a Mustafa will not get due process. That's what they're telling you. That a white girl is dead. Her baby is dead. It doesn't matter if it's a car accident. It's a white girl. And it's a Mustafa. Doesn't matter if it's a car accident. He doesn't get a due process in Prince William County. What the fuck are you talking about?
Looking at that car.
What are you talking about? This is a fucking car accident. He lost his family in a car accident. And you want to sit there and tell me there is no due process? You seal off the case. You weaponize the children. You cut and mute the dash camera. You stage the fucking car. And you're so comfortable that you've got a judge, you've got a Commonwealth attorney who's sealing off the case. No one can verify what your fucking police officers are doing. That you're just going to condemn Mustafa guilty the minute you show up on the scene.
Where's the steering angle?
And if this could happen to Mustafa, it can happen to anybody.
It can happen to anybody.
And I don't give a fuck if you are white. God help you if you piss off your white neighbor who might know a police officer or two.
Who might know Casey Fines.
Who might know Casey Fines.
Or Robert Drum.
That if you get in a car accident,
they're going to employ money
and you think you're safe just because your name is not Mustafa, think again. If this can happen to Mustafa in Prince William County, no one is fucking safe because this could happen to you. This could happen to anybody.
It happened to Tatiana David.
Tatiana David is not a Mustafa. I've got a body cam.
She's a service member.
5 years served this country.
Okay.
Take a wild guess what unit out of Prince William County is involved. Take a wild fucking guess. Casey Fines.
Casey Fines.
The same officer that as soon as he shows up on scene, puts a label on Mustafa.
With a smart...
Condemn Mustafa guilty because we've been briefed about Mustafa. How dare a fucking Mustafa in this county sue us? How dare a fucking Mustafa sue the police? We have to put him back into his place.
Yeah. Even if we have to destroy evidence, abuse children in the process.
I can't get over this phone call with Glenn Ford. Glenn Ford on a body cam. I have a body cam. He says, Mustafa doesn't know me. I didn't see anything. But here, he's asked to manufacture lies into this case. Listen to this body cam.
Well, unfortunately, something bad did happen, which is why we're involved now. And I want to make sure that this guy clearly does not have the opportunity to do this again. I'd also like to have you fill out a statement about your conversations with her. Because Mr. Ford, I think you, like I said earlier, we want to make sure that we, in this case, cover all of our bases and make sure that we talk to everybody who's involved or knew anything about the relationship between these two. Because, I mean, you've already said it. He's not a nice guy. We need to make sure that this doesn't happen again, and that what he did to Dorothy.
This is the ex-boyfriend who's telling you on a body cam. There's a body cam where he says,
I've never met him.
Mustafa doesn't know me, and I didn't see anything. But he's asked to lie for them.
They're begging Glenn Ford. They're begging Mr. Ford.
Mr. Ford now.
It's Mr. Ford now. They're begging Mr. Ford.
I mean,
the
if you listen to this, at one point he thanks him for his service. This guy is homeless, by the way.
He's begging. He's begging. By the way,
he's
Mr.
on drugs.
Ford.
He's got a rap sheet of a criminal history.
Look,
and he's it's so comical listening to these body cams when he's talking to Glenn Ford. He's Mr. Ford. At one point, he thanks him for his service. The guy doesn't have a fucking car. He just told you, I walk to work.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to say some stuff, okay, about Glenn Ford.
Glenn Ford, who admit on a recorded line that he slept with a minor.
Okay,
on a recorded line.
Listen to this. The police and Commonwealth Attorney Amy Ashworth is willing to go as far as not prosecute Glenn Ford for his criminal activity. Just so he can come in. So he can come in and manufacture.
They removed his criminal charges.
Manufacture statements against Mustafa, where he already admitted he's never met Mustafa. He's already admitted that he's never seen any of the allegations being brought by the prosecutor. He's never seen it. He said, I've never witnessed it. Okay? I don't know this guy. I've never met with him. I never had communication with him. And the prosecutor is willing to not prosecute crimes committed by this guy. Brandishing a weapon while drunk with drugs and intent to distribute. 4 charges that were simply disappeared from Glenn Ford's record. Disappeared. Now imagine, you're walking downtown, okay, and you come across a drunk Glenn Ford who pulls a weapon on you. Police show up and they find this guy is drunk with a weapon and he has drugs on him.